Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cat's Let's Play That. So, in the previous video, I was talking about how on an airplane I traded away my copy of Super Mario Land for Tom and Jerry. Now, this was, I believe the trade with the kid was supposed to be temporary, and as soon as I put this into my Game Boy, I really hoped that the trade was temporary. And of course, at the end of the flight, we traded back and everything was fine. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember which Tom and Jerry game for the Game Boy there was, and imagine to my shock, I look and there are actually 3, maybe even 4 Tom and Jerry games for the Game Boy Color, which is perhaps far, far too many. So we're just choosing one, and we'll give it a go. Although this one is in color, I'm pretty sure the one I played was in black and white. But you know what? Let's make it a little easier on you, the audience, and actually play a game with color. Don't want to play 2 black and white games in a row. Plus, I mean, this feels vaguely right. Although I feel like the first level was with Jerry. Yeah, the graphics are a lot easier to read in color. Cause, oh my gosh. I originally played that game on a black and white Game Boy. Well, okay, it was the cabbage green screen, I think. And, oh man. Like, on the Game Boy, it's sort of like a Nintendo, but everything is like just so much smaller, and so like there's definitely some abstraction in what like the graphics are. Like, you ever play Micro Machines? It's like you have to really squint to figure out like just what precisely everything is. Oh, that's another blast from the past. I should check that out. But you play this game and the color really helps to help distinguish what things are, because I mean, if I looked at that little picture of Tom and I wasn't, Tom is the mouse, but Jerry is the cat. No, that's dumb, because Tom for Tomcat. Or is Jerry the 5 minutes in, and I'm already questioning my, like, sanity. It's like, which way was it? Why can't I remember which game I played? Why is the car running backwards? Things are just getting out of hand. On the bright side, though, we can walk on the manholes when they are on the ground. On the downside, this game is... Okay, well, if you're planning on playing this game on your own, don't do what I did. You know, I can barely stay interested, and so I can only assume that you have already clicked away, so I'll just cut back to where I was. Spare you the pain. Not me, but at least you. Save yourself. It's okay, I'm back, because I just can't keep from talking. And I've just realized that, why do I even bother getting into the cars? You move just as fast with walking. So, like, what's the point? Well, we just died. You know what? I'm tired of this game. Let's play a different Tom and Jerry game and see if that one is any better. Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cat's Let's Play That. Now we're taking a look at Tom and Jerry Frantic Antics. And this game looks a lot worse, which is to say, more authentic to my experience. I'm not 100% sure that this is the game I was thinking of when I was a kid. But the first level does start out with Tom. Tom is the cat, by the way. I did look that up. And, oh, they did keep up with the motif of vehicles. Actually, I'm pretty sure the one I just played came after this, but, well, it doesn't really matter. Oh, look at Tom in the lower right-hand corner, emoting as we do all this frantic, antic stuff. Oh, what is that bar? So, the hearts are health. Okay, fair enough. But what is the bar? Unless the hearts are lives, and the bar is health. In which case, a NES-era platformer with an actual health bar. Well, okay. Unfortunately, I think the game I was remembering was the 3rd Tom and Jerry game. But, yeah, this game seems okay, too. I use the term okay somewhat loosely. It's better than the Game Boy Color game, at least, in that it's not completely infuriating. Although, you do start out with what is essentially a Donkey Kong Country minecart level as the first stage, which I guess I'm not sure if I like that, but it does certainly keep things interesting. Yeah, what were they thinking? They're like, oh man, Donkey Kong Country is gonna be real big in a few years. They had a minecart level, and that was great. Let's start with that. I mean, they obviously absolutely could not have been thinking that unless they made the worst use of a time machine ever. But still, you gotta wonder what's going through their minds sometimes. They're like, okay, let's make a game for kids, but let's make the first stage a punishing reflex-based minecart level. And then we'll see if those kids can ever beat it. And then the kids won't be able to rent the game because they'll be too busy trying to beat the game and they'll be so mad. Is there a okay, there's continues. Is there passwords? Oh, I'm sure there have to be passwords. And I'm sure you can use whatever level codes you want. I will not let this minecart level get the best of me. I am the master of the Donkey Kong Country minecart level. I can beat any minecart level in any game, anytime, anywhere. There are only like, what, 5, but still. I can play through the Battletoads, like, go left and right level with no problem. I am going to beat this. And focus in, focus in. I don't trust it. That was so stupid. Why did I make a paranoid jump? So apparently if you stand in front of the fire hydrant, you take damage. Because Tom's a cat, you know? Oh, okay, so cars are bad guys in this game. But you know what? We can tank a few hits. We're gonna be tanking a lot of hits. Well done, Tom. Let's go inside. If I remember correctly from the videos, it didn't work quite like that. Quick, make your way to safety. What is this? Like some sort of Home Alone style, like, trap? Wow. This is an impressively intense game. Okay, if we had traded games and I had gotten this on the computer, on the airplane, I might have enjoyed it more. I might have at least double thought switching Mario Land. Now, Mario Land is, of course, a timeless classic, and this game is, of course, just some random platformer for the Game Boy. But, I don't know. It's got something to it. And especially these big old scenes, and then, like, there's eventually cutaways. Like, the level of graphics here is probably exceeding what you could do on the Nintendo, or, like, matching what you could do on the most impressive of times. I guess we're playing the trilogy in reverse? So, I guess next we'll play the very first one, and then we'll see the game that made me somehow appreciate Super Mario Land. I mean, Super Mario Land is not like a bad game, of course. It's just not a game you can play over and over and over and over again. Also, too, if you're, like, not good at it, then it becomes significantly less appealing. And especially, too, I was a young, impressionable kid who was not so great at video games at that point. I don't think we're gonna make it through this stage. Although I do think Tom gains some health from fish. I see. It's not like eat 5 and you get a full health or anything. It's more like every little bit helps. You can't leave without Jerry. Jerry is in danger. Oh, okay. While running, don't forget to press B. Ooh, hold B for a special attack roll. What? While running, don't forget to hold B for a special attack roll. That doesn't make any sense. But I did learn that I can run. And apparently this is one of those works where Tom and Jerry are actually friends. Wow, this game just got 3 times harder whenever I tried to run. That's a trap, kids. Super Mario Land, this game, they both let you run. Don't do it. It's a trap, kids. You run, you can't react to things. and everything's coming at you, just take things nice and slow. I mean, don't kid yourself, it's a Mario game. Well, this isn't, but Mario games are Mario games. Just take it nice and slow, enjoy things, collect every power-up, free all those Yoshis, break all the special blocks, and you too can slowly work your way to the end of Super Mario World. It's actually a pretty hard game, and I don't say that in the platforming sense. I say that in the, like, after the ghost thing, there's like a maze, and like you have to figure it out, and it's like, if you're not especially astute as a kid, even, you were just gonna get stuck. So that sucks. I love how they have like little kid names for the high scores. It's like most people have like just initials, but this has like the most generic little kid names you could ever think of. Oh, is that the guy from Classic Game Room? Alright, let's see what the third game's like. Alright, so this is the third Tom and Jerry game we're taking a look at today. And I thought initially there would be 3 Tom and Jerry games for the Game Boy. But nope, there were 2 Tom and Jerry games for the Game Boy, and that Game Boy Color game we started off with was a re-release of this game, the 1992 quote-unquote classic. So, and they have the same scores, although I think Mark is missing. And yeah, doesn't this start screen look familiar? And just in case you don't believe me, well, this is it. Okay, maybe this was the game that I initially played. It has... Oh, whoops. Whoopsie daisies. It has to be, because this is, like, so crappy. Although, you can press B to run. Now, if I had played that second game with the Donkey Kong-style minecart level, I think I would have enjoyed it. And then, I don't think I would have been fully prepared for the experience, but I think I would have enjoyed it. And then especially to that second level, it's like there was actually some pretty detailed sprite work going on. But this game is just kind of mindless pap, which makes me wonder why they adapted this game and not the previous game. Well, maybe if we get to the next level, then we can play as Jerry, and then I can finally relive my traumatizing childhood experience of playing Tom and Jerry on an airplane after having just traded away my golden Mario Land. It wasn't actually golden, but in my mind, it was definitely golden compared to this game. Oh, I see. You have to be in the car so you don't get hurt by the spikes. Otherwise, though, the car is pretty pointless. Okay, and exit. Alright, is the next level a Jerry level, or is it a Tom level? Please let it be a Tom level. Nope, it's Jerry. Maybe the whole game is Jerry. Then honestly, I don't know what I played. I just have confusing memories of playing Tom. Although I do vaguely remember collecting cheese at some point, but I remember playing as Tom. But then, human memory is a confusing thing. Maybe sometimes it's best not to indulge it. I mean, I know I tried to play these out of nostalgia, but sometimes what's even more confusing and more powerful a force than nostalgia is just weird childhood memories where you start confusing things and things start getting jumbled all around. I mean, you're a kid. You can barely walk around. You shouldn't be expected to record permanent memories that you will one day look back on as an adult. Although, if that logic were true, then that means all of my earliest childhood memories could easily be fabrications or still by my own mind. So on that disturbing psychological realization, this cat's got a scat.